buckle up, because things are about to get seriously twisted. If you thought Emma's story about her $3 doll was creepy before, it's about to go somewhere even darker. So picture this. Emma's sitting, her phone lights up with one single word: run. Without hesitating, Emma bolts for the back door that leads to her building's basement. But just as she's about to grab the handle, she notices something. Lilith's hair. It's moving. Inside. No open windows. No breeze. And now her own hair starts to lift, like invisible fingers are running through it. Heart pounding, she forces herself forward. She's almost at the door when, bam, a figure materializes right in front of her. It's like something out of her worst nightmare. Glowing blue eyes, skin like cracked leather, draped in a cloak that looks ancient and decayed. And then it speaks, its voice like gravel being crushed.
I am Alamar. Give me Lilith.
Emma's breath catches in her throat. This isn't just a ghost. It's something far more ancient. And Emma knows by the way it's looking at her, this thing won't leave empty-handed. Before she can react, her phone rings. Trembling, she answers. The voice on the other end is sharp, urgent.
Do not move. That's Alamar. He's not just a ghost. He's a witch. If you give him what he wants, he'll never escape.
What do I do? Emma manages to whisper.
Tell him, I have refuge from the Supreme Seeress Elara.
Somehow, Emma finds the strength to speak. I have refuge from the Supreme Seeress Elara. Alamar's face contorts with terror. His eyes widen as he snarls, then vanishes into thin air. Before Emma can even catch her breath, the voice on the phone cuts back in.
Take Lilith and get out. Don't let go of her. Your life depends on it.
Emma grabs Lilith, her hands shaking, and bolts for the door. As she runs, she bombards the caller with questions. Who are you? Why are you helping me? Who is the Supreme Seeress Elara? But before she gets any answers, she feels the temperature plummet. Air turns icy cold, so cold she can see her breath. And then she feels it. Something dark, something sinister creeping closer. Out of the shadows steps another figure, even worse than Alamar. Its face is skeletal, skin barely clinging to bone, eyes like cracked, empty voids. It growls.
Lilith, I've waited 1,000 years for you.
Emma's heart feels like it's about to stop. But before she can give in to panic, the voice on the phone returns.
Don't breathe. Tell this one the same thing. I have refuge from the Supreme Seeress Elara.
Emma forces the words out, shaking as she speaks. The witch freezes, glaring at her with burning eyes, before hissing.
If Elara is protecting you, your days are numbered.
Holding her breath, Emma steps past the witch, barely able to keep from collapsing under its gaze. But just as she's almost clear, the witch smirks, its voice full of malice.
Your transformation is almost complete.
Terrified, Emma runs outside, panting. Her chest heaves as she skids to a stop by a window, and her reflection, it's not hers anymore. Her face, cracked, decayed, older, monstrous. She's not just aging, she's morphing into something unnatural. With trembling hands, she grabs her phone, her voice breaking. I look like a monster. On the other end, mysterious voice is calm but urgent.
Don't worry. I can help you get your youth back. But you have to hurry. Powerful witches are closing in on you.
Suddenly, a shadow shifts, and another figure emerges. This one's almost human in appearance, but somehow worse. Its eyes too sharp, its smile too wide. The voice that comes from it is unsettlingly smooth.
I need Lilith's power. Give her to me now.
The voice on the phone snaps. Emma, say the magic words now. It won't hurt you if you do. Emma's shaking, her fingers cold, her mind racing. She's ready to call on the Supreme Seeress Elara again, but something about the offer stops her. Her voice cracks. Why? Why do you want Lilith? Won't she steal your youth too? Or do you want to use her for something else? The witch before her chuckles.
No, Lilith doesn't just steal youth. The witches, we don't care about that. Lilith will give you power. She'll make you stronger than you ever imagined.
The voice on the phone hisses urgently.
Emma, get rid of her now. The others are almost there.
But Emma stands firm. Confidence. She said, I'm protected by the Supreme Seeress Elara. The witch's smile widens, chilling to the bone. That's funny, the witch said, her voice a whisper of menace.
Because I am the Seeress Elara.
The phone line goes dead for a second before the voice on the phone comes back, filled with panic. Emma, one word, run.